morning, Coral Park Rams, and welcome to today's edition of CPTV News. Today is Friday, October 1st, 2021. I am Barbara Montenegro.
And this is Nathaniel Hardy. Here are today's top stories. Here's Joyce Fuentes with the next story about China outlawing video game play after 2 hours on weeknights.
How would you react if someone limited your gaming time?
I would probably be very angry at them because I enjoy gaming a lot and it's helps me relax after I come home from school and I'm done with the homework. All I want to do is just relax and de-stress.
Do you think gaming is as important as people make it out to be?
I think gaming is nice for kids as like a way to like relax, but I don't think it's a necessary like day-to-day thing.
Do you think gaming is an activity that is important for kids?
I do not think it's important, but I do believe it's one way of an escape, but there are multiple escapes. You know, one could be drawing, reading, playing sports, multiple things.
Recently, the Florida Department of Education announced that parents will be able to determine whether or not their child should quarantine after being exposed to COVID. Here is Brian Resendez with one of Coral Park's most well-known teachers.
Hello, this is Brian Resendez with CPTV News, and I'm here with
Mr. Cordova.
Hello, Mr. Cordova. Thank you for accepting this opportunity. May I ask you some questions?
Absolutely.
All right. First question: do you believe that masks actually protect us from the virus?
Probably kind of a complicated answer, but in short, I believe there is a benefit to them. If they don't prevent you from getting the virus, at the very least, they will prevent someone who could potentially be sick from spreading the virus to others. So that's always why I wear my mask, because I never know. I just don't want to be responsible for maybe getting somebody sick, you know. So for safety reasons, yeah, wear the mask.
Another question.
Sure.
Do you believe the vaccine is safe or not?
I mean, I did take both of the shots, and since, in short, yeah, I think it's safe enough because we got to do something to combat this. And for as long as I've been alive, and even way before, I've always been taught, hey, here's a vaccine that is supposed to help you out with, let's say, polio, let's say COVID, and we all took it. So it's for a reason.
Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you for your time.
Of course.
Hello, this is Brian Resendez with CPTV News, and I'm here with
Ivan Navas.
and we're gonna ask you some questions. The first question is, what do you feel about, there's a possible mandate that says that students have to get vaccinated.
Like there's a mandate that's going to force students to get vaccinated?
There's like a possible mandate that they might do.
Well, I feel like, getting vaccinated is obviously the safest option, but I don't think it should be forced upon anybody, because I feel like it's a violation of constitutional rights. But in my opinion, I think getting vaccinated would be the smart thing to do, but it shouldn't be forced.
And another question, how do you feel about masks in school?
Definitely wear them. I think, maybe if you're outdoors, you could be a little more lenient with it, but when you're indoors, to keep yourself safe and other students safe, you should wear your mask to stop the spread of germs and diseases.
All right, thank you for your time.
Appreciate it, man.
Hello, this is Brian Resendez with CPTV News, and I'm here with
me.
Hi, me. I was gonna ask you a question, two questions actually. And the first question is, what was your first reaction when the vaccine came out?
Awesome. It's pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Why that?
Well, it's some kind of a tool, right, to mitigate something. It's good.
All right, and second question, how do you feel about that now parents get to choose whether students can come to school after exposure?
Rephrase that?
How do you feel about parents choosing whether students can come back to school when they get exposure of COVID here instead?
Well, how do you know the kid got exposed?
Well, because the school told them that they got exposed. They get sent quarantine, but then they have the
You mean somebody said they had COVID and then the kid sitting next to that person might have been exposed?
Exactly. So the parents, they either choose whether they
I think it's good that it's a parent's choice.
Why do you believe that?
Well, it's a parent. So it's a parent's choice for almost everything you do, isn't it? You're a minor. Your parents get to choose. They get to choose whether you follow the law or not, right? They get to choose whether you get up in the morning and go to school or not. They get to choose a lot of things. I think it's fine.
Okay.
I think the burden is on the parent,
Of course.
not on the school.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's your awesome interview?
Yeah, it was. Thank you for your time.
There has been recent data that has shown that childhood obesity has become more prevalent during the pandemic. With more information on this story, here's Brittany Iglesias.
Esto es CPTV News y estamos aquí con
el Ramos.
Y la primera pregunta es, siendo un estudiante, ¿cómo te afectó la pandemia?
Pues siendo un student athlete, o como le conocen en español, un estudiante atlético, me afectó en muchos términos, ya que dada la pandemia no pudimos tener una temporada completa. Hablando del año pasado, gracias a Dios este año sí podemos tener esta temporada completa. Y pues me afectó mucho porque no pude tener muchos highlights. Mucha gente, no solo yo, mucha gente depende de lo que es el deporte, del high school y todo eso. Y pues lamentablemente conforme a la pandemia, eso fue lo único que tuvo que obstruir conforme a los deportes.
¿Cómo te has sentido desde la pandemia y por qué?
Pues la verdad que me he sentido un poco agotador, no solo físicamente sino mentalmente, ya que se han cortado muchas actividades físicas y pues muchas veces nosotros necesitamos despejar la mente. Por ejemplo, en un tiempo en que nosotros salir a los parques, estar encerrados constantemente con cuatro paredes, es muy agotador. Y en el ámbito escolar, pues las clases no fue lo mismo, el mismo aprendizaje. Había temas que no se captaban correctamente y no había mucho knowledge. Y pues lamentablemente por eso es un poco agotador.
Gracias.
And lastly, here's Eric Hernandez with our story on social media misinformation and its effect on the pandemic.
Alright, I am Eric Hernandez from CPTV News and I'm here with...
I'm Kevin Gonzalez.
And today's topic, do you believe most information on the news? Why or why not?
I do believe most of the news on like what I see, but I usually take it with a grain of salt because we all have a little bit of bias. But I usually, I think it's healthy to look at different news organizations and just different news articles of the same topic, so you can get a wider perspective.
Right. And do you believe any news company that gives out false information should be fined or should suffer a punishment?
Yeah, I feel like I think it's better. Well, if it causes harm, it should definitely be fined. Like for example, COVID, like by spreading misinformation and causing other people to be harmed in a way, they should definitely be fined and they should face repercussions.
All right, thank you. CPTV News out. Hello, I'm Eric Hernandez, and I'm here with
Ms. Hernandez.
And today we're going to be talking about misinformation on COVID-19 news. Ms. Hernandez, do you think social media accounts are going to be held accountable for giving false information?
I do. I do not think that they're going to be held accountable because everybody has their own avenue to give information.
Right. Do you believe that misleading information changes people's perspectives on the news and what's going on in the world?
Yes, unfortunately, I do think it does because people's opinions are tainted, and then although they're misleading and they may be incorrect, it still makes people think and wonder where did that information come from and is there any basis of truth?
All right, thank you, and CPTV News.
Students, faculty, and staff, as mentioned earlier. Last week, it was announced that parents can determine whether or not their children have to come to school after being exposed to COVID. Hit us up on Twitter at CPTV_news and let us know how you feel about this major announcement. Also, students who want to make shoutouts or request a song to be played on our morning show, please tweet your request using #RamRadio.